Catherine Connolly.
Merlin Park Hospital and the closure of 2 theatres in the context of the programme for government and the commitment to reducing waiting lists. And the 2 theatres are closed 6 months on the 3rd of March. We're in the second decade of the 21st century, and 2 operating theatres in Merlin Park have remained closed due to a leak in the roof. It has been raised many times in the Dáil by myself and other colleagues, and we were told that once the leak was repaired, the operating theatres would be open. Since then, we've told they can't be opened because a clinical assessment now tells us that they're not suitable in the design, begging the question as to why the design wasn't done beforehand. So my specific question, Taoiseach, is can you stand here in the Dáil over a situation where 6 months later the 2 main orthopaedic theatres in Merlin Park remain closed? We are now still looking at a tender process for modular theatres, and tied in with that, you've made an announcement on Friday in relation to an elective hospital. Is that elective hospital based on the options appraisal that's still underway and won't report till May, or has it been picked out of the sky? Thank you.
Nor is it covered in the programme for government, but I did give a detailed response to deputies on the question of Merlin Park specifically last week on questions and promised legislation, so I would refer the deputy to that answer.
Deputy.
On foot the deputy's query, I sought information from the Minister for Health, who assures me that the HSE is committed to ensuring that a full elective orthopaedic service is restored at Merlin Park. In September 2017, the leaks in the roof in the building that houses the orthopaedic theatres occurred, necessitating the closure of both theatres. There has been a full repair to the membrane of the roof, which was required to secure the integrity of the building, and these works have now been completed. The theatres, notwithstanding the roof repair, date from the 1950s and don't meet current clinical standards. An independent clinical assessment has been undertaken to assess the feasibility of returning these theatres to use. The Sale to Healthcare Group Management Team has advised that the best way to restore effective capacity at Merlin Park is through the provision of 2 modular theatres on the Merlin Park site. The tender process for these modular units is now at its final stages, and it's expected that a contract will be awarded in the coming weeks to allow the service to be restored.